Good evening and welcome. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, we are at the 2022 Covenant Living Inspiration Awards, and my name is Adam Agee. If you don't know who I am, you've been playing hooky from a few of the sessions. I am one-third of the Summit Band along with Dave Stovall and George Lopez. And also, it is my honor and privilege to be your host tonight for the Inspiration Awards. This is one of my favorite things I get to do, and so I'm happy to be here. Have you guys had a good week so far? It's been pretty amazing. We've had a lot of great times together, and tonight we have the opportunity to celebrate 24 truly inspiring people who've helped make the Covenant Living story come to life each and every day for the residents and colleagues. Tonight is all about what it means to be inspired to serve. And to kick things off, please welcome President of Covenant Living Communities and Services, Terry Cunliffe.
Welcome to that one over there. Anyway, thanks, guys. This is just so amazing. It's so amazing. I don't have pockets. Just so you know, in case you're wondering where they are tonight. Always. This is absolutely one of my favorite events. And when we come to Summit, I think, I can't wait for the Inspiration Awards. And then I was getting ready. I thought, it's Wednesday night already. Because I love being together. This has just been an amazing week. But this really is the most special part of the week. I think learning is great, and I think singing is great. I think having fun is great. But celebrating amazing people is by far the best. By far the best. When we created the whole concept of Inspired to Serve, sometimes people say, now what is that again? And it is our customer service framework. And our whole goal was to identify some parameters, some guideposts for how we serve residents and how we interact with each other. And as we put these guideposts together, interestingly enough, for those of you who didn't know how that happened, we had a group, I call them the group of 33, and they were frontline employees that we flew to Chicago to help us define the common purpose, to define the 4 behaviors, and how to define those behaviors. And that was just so amazing. So that's really how we created and why we created the Inspired to Serve. Then following that, we decided let's identify a process that we can identify just amazing people who really show on a day-to-day basis the behaviors around the Inspired to Serve framework. So what happens is that nominations, all of you put together nominations, and we had 267 nominations. And tonight, we're celebrating 24. 24. Now, we have to give it up for the committee that read through 297 nominations to come up with 24 winners. And some of those were past Inspiration Award winners. So watch out, class. You might be one of those in the future. This is our 4th year. In 2017, we celebrated 9 Inspiration Award winners. Then in 2018, we had 19. In 2020, we had another 19. And now in 2022, we're celebrating 24 tonight. So I can't wait for you to meet these very special 24 Inspiration Award winners. Let's go, Adam.
All right, let's get to it. Our first award category this evening is safety. The Inspiration Award for Safety is given to an individual who's inspired to serve and inspires others by providing an environment that uses training, reporting, planning, and analysis to foster a culture that is accident and injury-free. Safety.
I think Nada, being one of our longtime employees, she's been here now 14 years, is always calm under pressure. And you know, the concierge desk is a busy place and there's a lot coming at that person all day long. And Nada handles it with grace and calm consistently. On numerous occasions, Nada has had residents come with a concern or she sees something that doesn't seem right, and she responds immediately. She engages the staff that need to be engaged and really de-escalates situations that could potentially have been something. And so she keeps safety first and foremost for our residents top of mind. Whether you're coming to the front desk asking a question and you need information about something, if Nada doesn't know it, which almost always she does, she'll get it for you. And she does it in just a very simple kind of a way. It seems natural to her.
I feel like this is my second home, so all the residents are like family to me, and I just do what I can to protect them any way I can. I know that I've had a few incidences where I've prevented residents from being scammed from large amounts of money. I'm at the main entrance there, so everyone that comes in and out, I'm kind of the security there at the front door. I just feel everybody deserves to be treated with respect, dignity. You know, I just treat everybody the way I would like to be treated.
Graham Woods, he's been here a long time. He is our transportation and security leader on campus and just does a fantastic job. He is winning in the area of safety. I can think of very few, if any, other employees that are more deserving of that, especially in his function as our security leader on campus. We are a campus that has a manned gatehouse, and so it's the spot that everybody comes to first when they arrive on our campus, and Graham oversees that and is responsible for that. And so just adjusting and adapting to the ever-changing regulations and rules that were happening in the height of the pandemic, he just does it with such care and concern in the safest way possible that you feel like you're his only priority, and you know, whatever it is that you need from him, you are gonna be responded to in a timely fashion, and that he's gonna adequately meet your need or your request. And he just does that all the time, constantly, day in and day out, with a smile on his face.
We have a big safety culture here, Covenant Living in general, but Covenant Living at Inverness, we really try to bring that to the forefront of everything we do, and safety is very important to me. When they come here, they expect to be safe, and we try to provide them with a safe environment to live in, where that doesn't necessarily have to be something they think about. The first thing they think about, they can just get on with enjoying their lives while we kind of take care of that for them in the background. When I first started working here, it wasn't something I considered to be my forever job, but it quickly turned into that for me because my other job as an EMT, I got to see my patients very briefly, and then they'd move on to the hospital. I'd never see them again. But here I got to develop relationships with them, and just to see them move on through the continuum and be able to develop that relationship with them and see them every day, that's what inspires me to serve.
In my time here at Samarkand, I have heard repeatedly how Jody goes above and beyond. She's moving all the time, but I think what's really probably makes Jody stand out is she doesn't just work to be busy. She really does thoughtful things. And one thing in particular is she really is passionate about making sure the residents are safe wherever they go and in whatever activities they're participating in. I mean, her story here of really going the extra mile is it's remarkable because it's not just a one-time thing.
You know, I think in our every day-to-day life, and particularly with seniors, it's important to be safe, and I feel responsible. And when we go on outings, the last thing we want to happen anywhere is for an incident to take place. After we get off a bus, I like to get a group photo. And that way, if someone is not with the group or missing, then we can see immediately what they're wearing, describe that, and that has proven very helpful. You get to know the residents and they're like family. I have a senior mother. I'm going to treat them like I would my mother, and their safety is just crucial, and I will do whatever I can to try and assure that. So it's very important to me personally. It's been a very rewarding experience here at the San Marcan and my role, and we just want to make sure their experiences are always good ones.
You know, John stands out because John goes the extra mile. He, again, another thinker who really thinks through how can he make a bigger contribution. He's served a number of roles here. He's been on the safety team, and now he manages the safety team. But really, he has put together in-services for this staff on safety, done the research and presented for the team, gone the extra mile. There's no question that, you know, on every one of our campuses, safety is so important, security is important. Even how we manage the facilities and respond, you know, to the residents' needs. And John is in facilities management, and his response to residents is really why he's being honored today, because they really sense his commitment to customer service for them. Someone like John, with his responsiveness, his leadership, his management of his team, and his contribution, it definitely lend to peace of mind for the residents at San Marcan.
We want to make sure that staff and residents have a safe environment to be in, and we want to make sure that everyone is okay at all times. So it's important that we are the ones looking for any safety issues. It's important that we all provide these services because we want to make sure that we all go home safe. We all want to make sure that we aren't getting injured on the job, or that residents aren't getting injured in their homes. And so it's very important that we provide training and education for both staff and residents so they can identify issues and possibly prevent injury. So I train new hires and I train residents on different safety programs we have on the campus, whether it's our accident, illness, and injury prevention program or our resident safety advisor program. I really have everyone's buy-in and kind of make sure that everyone understands what their role is and how important it is for the overall campus. And so the thing that inspires me to do this work is the residents. A lot of times residents care about the little things, right? They're not so much focused on doing big things for them. It's the little things that we do. And that gives me a sense of accomplishment, you know, going home, thinking back on how I can help, you know, a resident with their problem, or help a staff member, you know, that's having a safety issue.
Joining Terry on stage tonight to help present the awards is Dee Brown, Senior Vice President of Human Resources. And also assisting tonight, Emily Warnagora. All right, the first category this evening is the foundation for covenant living, and it's an important one. So please welcome this year's winners of the Inspiration Award for Safety, Nada Jurek. Concierge Administration, Covenant Living of Northbrook. Graham Woods, Facilities Management, Covenant Living at Inverness. Jody Turley, Activities Coordinator, Covenant Living at the Samarkand. John Tapia, Facilities Management, Covenant Living at the Samarkand. Congratulations, Nada, Graham, Jody, and John. Our next category of awards is courtesy. The Inspiration Award for Courtesy is given to an individual who is inspired to serve and inspires others by providing an environment that is respectful, helpful, and with patience. Courtesy.
Most of our residents know Alma. She works in our bistro as the primary receptionist there, and she always got a smile on her face, always willing to help, always seeking to be responsive to the residents and what their needs are. And you know, sometimes food can be challenging, and she does a great job of sort of managing concerns and responding appropriately and in a courteous way that almost gets the residents to a point of really receiving and being okay with whatever it is that they maybe were concerned about prior to that. She models well what our heart is for our staff members as they engage with residents. And when you see someone doing that in a positive response, others follow. And that is sort of the flavor, the culture that exists when Alma's around. Alma, she cares about people individually. So it's not just about being courteous and kind, it's about knowing who they are and responding from her heart towards them. And that is true of not just the residents, but also the staff. And who doesn't want to be served or work with someone like that?
Es como mi familia y me gusta servirlos a ellos. O sea, eso me emociona, me motiva a levantarme todos los días temprano a venir a servirles a ellos. Lo siento como mi familia, como si fueran mis, no sé, mis abuelitos, mis abuelitas. Y eso es que ellos lleguen contentos, o sea, que ellos lo que se merecen. Pienso en mí que cuando yo llegue a mayor, yo quisiera que me dieran ese servicio que yo estoy ofreciéndoles a ellos.
Tina's very deserving of this award for, man, a variety of reasons, but she has done a tremendous job of just boosting resident engagement and making everybody feel welcome and residents be a part of what's going on at Bixby, and really just, you know, creating a culture and an environment where residents are really running the show, and she's just done a tremendous job. Tina absolutely serves as a great example to other employees in the community, not even just in the realm of courtesy, but really in all of our service standards, and just really in the areas of customer service. And she just delivers a superior level of customer service just all of the time. She's very knowledgeable in her areas, just very well loved in the community. Tina's experience just fosters a greater resident experience as they plan activities and the things that the residents want to do and want to be a part of and participate in. Her personality, her collaborative approach, just her attitude, all of those things just really benefit residents and impact the experience really every day at the campus.
It's a calling. It's absolutely a calling, and I think the higher power has a lot to do with that. I love my job, so I love all the people, and you know, let's not forget about the team that's around me, because we really are. We're such a small community that we're a really tight team, and none of us could do what we do without, you know, the help from all of our team members. I just try and make everybody feel welcome and comfortable and be friendly and helpful. You know, the other thing everybody knows is you get back what you put out. And so it's way easier to like kill people with kindness. Like I said, I think it's a calling. I think it's a higher power. I just like what I do. I love what I do.
When you think of providing joy and peace of mind for our residents and their families, that is Andrea. She exudes those qualities. And when I think about her in particular, it's the fact that if you have an interaction with Andrea, you leave a happier person that day. I mean, it's just contagious, her positivity, she exudes it, and it's really one of the things that makes her really special in our community. She has a knack for remembering names and faces. I mean, the second time you meet her, she'll address you by your name. It's pretty amazing. And she just does so many things around our campus. She gets involved with the spirit of the holidays or theme weeks. You know, she'll decorate the reception area, and just all those things she does, it's just a notch above what the expectation is. When you have that person as the first impression of your campus, she interacts with almost everybody who comes to Shores. So you couldn't really wish for a person to exude those qualities, you know, more than Andrea for how many interactions she has. We're so fortunate, so blessed to have Andrea here. And, you know, across the board, if it's residents, it's staff, it's our team members and families, everybody just sings Andrea's praises. She's just such an integral part of our campus.
Courtesy, I would say, means that I want to value each person that I interact with all day long. I love my job because I love connecting with people all day long. I love connecting our wonderful residents with resources, and I love having purpose in my day. I would say that the reason that I'm here, the reason that I get up and come to work in the morning is for the residents. This is their home. And so I want to honor them in every way that I can throughout my day. Every interaction that I have with a resident or a guest or a family member or a colleague is an opportunity. And I love brightening people's days.
Greg has such a kind demeanor with residents, and he's very approachable, just a really nice guy, you know. And so I think that that's what really actually makes him stand out to the residents here, is that they don't ever feel that they can't go to Greg, you know, and expect good service. What I've learned about how Greg approaches his job is he really just sees it as a service. So when he's even out on the road, if there needs to be a special stop somewhere, you know, that he'll go about doing that for the resident. Well, the residents, they benefit from having Greg here at Samarkand because You know, sometimes people just need a little extra. And I think Greg can perceive that, and he will go the extra mile. We've seen that happen not just once, but numerous times. And people have shared just how he's gone out of his way to serve them.
The people here are amazing. And if you show that you care for them, then they're gonna just pour out tons of gratitude to you. And what it also does for me that I think that means a lot to me and helps me stay on a path that I like to stay on, it keeps my heart soft. If you just walk around campus, you'll bump into one person or two people and they'll ask you for this or that. And then even being in a car with them when we take them on medical drives, it's like being in a bubble. And we're able to have great conversations about their life, and we share a little bit about our life with them. And it's just an awesome thing to be able to share those kind of things. I have to just say, I mean, it's our Lord and Savior. I mean, I'm supposed to think about others, and that's what I constantly do. And when I do that, I'm able to give a lot of thanks and for a lot of different things. And when I give that thanks and I get thanks back, it brings me a lot of joy.
Vicki is such a gem. She is so kind. She is always there behind the scenes, ready to help out in a flash. If you have a question, she'll stop what she's doing and take the time to help you, whether it's a staff member or a resident or a prospective resident. We're very fortunate to have Vicki. Quiet, unassuming, but still a go-getter. She role models courtesy. It's who she is. She takes the time to make people feel comfortable. She's willing to offer suggestions of how she can help, and it's nothing for her to stop and get up from her desk and go and help somebody. She's willing to jump in where people need help. She'll stop what she's doing, and she's never not willing to help.
My philosophy has been, since I've been working with seniors over 15 years, is that I want to treat them as if how I would want my loved one treated. So that's always been my philosophy, to treat them special and like they matter and they count, and that someone cares a lot about them. You see somebody in the hall, you just address them, you take time to talk with them. You see new people coming in, you just are friendly to people, and you treat them as you would want to be treated, or maybe even better than you'd want to be treated. My great-grandmother was in a nursing home, and at an early age of 5, my mom would take me to the nursing home, and I just went from room to room and talked to the residents, and I think that passion started at a young age to work with seniors, and now it's just carried through adulthood. I love what I do. I love the seniors and the staff I work with. They're my extended family. It's easy for me to do my job because I love it, just going above and beyond and just doing what you're called to do and do it to the best of your ability.
Well, please welcome the winners of the Inspiration Award for Courtesy, beginning with Alma Valerio. Dining Services, Covenant Living at Windsor Park. Tina Fulmer, Supervisor, Resident Life, Covenant Living of Bixby. Andrea Clark, Receptionist, Covenant Living at the Shores. O'Brien, Transportation, Covenant Living at the Samarkand. Vicki Merworth, Sales Representative, Covenant Living of Golden Valley. Congratulations, Alma, Tina, Andrea, Greg, and Vicki. Our next category this evening is responsiveness. The Inspiration Award for Responsiveness is given to an individual who's inspired to serve and inspires others by taking timely, appropriate action with communication and follow-up support. Responsiveness.
Allison is an incredible gift to Windsor Park. She serves as our rehab supervisor, so is responsible for all the apartments being refurbished as we sell them. And there is a strong motivator just to serve our residents here and to serve them well. And she does it with a very positive attitude and just, you know, for both staff and residents alike. She's willing to step in and be a partner to make it happen. When people think of Allison, they think of this is a person who cares about our residents, who wants it to be done, wants it to be done right. She has a standard of excellence along with walking alongside individuals so that we can make it happen. Our residents benefit from her because they often, you know, they're moving into these apartments that she's being responsible to make sure are in 100% perfect shape when they move in. It's that first impression when they walk through the door that this is their experience. And I tell you, she just goes above and beyond.
It is a lot for seniors to move to a new community. And so I just try my best to make sure to have open communication with the residents, which tends to allow you to set proper timelines for things to get done. For me, it's important that those residents are really able to kind of relax at the end of the day, like all the stress is done, you know, now I'm at Windsor, everything's gonna be okay. You do build that relationship that continues on from kind of a work relationship into more of a personal relationship, you know, once they're set at Windsor. When people make you feel good, you know that sense, that feeling. And so I want to give that to other people. This really is their home and you want them to feel comfortable in their home, right? And so I think it's just that community base is important to them. I want them to feel comfortable, safe, and in a community that supports them.
Well, first of all, Krista is very dedicated to us as an organization in this campus. We've been through thick and thin, through COVID, through staffing issues, and she just continues to be a trooper all the way through. She's always attending to everybody's needs, whether it's the residents or her staff. She's just fantastic. If you ever were to watch Krista on a day, you can see her in action. She's out in the dining room, she's talking to the residents, she's helping the staff, she's serving, she's cooking. Her position is sous chef, but she does everything. She leads by example, and I think what that does for the employees is it really builds those relationships and it makes the employees more committed as well. She's doing that, she's committed to them, and in return, we're getting that commitment back from the employees.
Anything they need, I am on it. You give the residents whatever they want, make them happy. We're short-handed a lot, so I jump in anywhere I see needed. No problems, no questions asked. You just get it done to get the residents whatever they need. After I got the award, I'm like, how did I actually get here? Like, what caused me to be like this? And I think it was my mom being very independent and making sure you do whatever it is needed to get the job done, and you do it with a smile and you just do it. I love the go, go, go. I like to be fast. I like to be efficient, all that stuff. It's just what I like. You see them every day and you get to talk to them a little bit more each time I go out in the dining room, and you get to know them, you get to know what they like, what they don't like, and then you get in other conversations and you really just connect with them.
Kelly has been with Covenant Living of Bixby since before it opened, and she just wears a lot of hats, sometimes multiple hats at the same exact time, and just does a real good job with her juggling act every single day. She has been extremely responsive, not just to residents, but to staff. And Kelly's door, we joke, it's a revolving door. Kind of her door is always open adage really holds true for Kelly on the day-to-day. I'm not surprised that she was awarded the responsiveness category, because really she's just available to employees all the time. You know what, if she's in a meeting or something, they know that as soon as she's done, she's going to get right back to them, and they're just not going to have to wait very long to get their need met, get their question answered. Kelly really touches every constituent in the operation, and just does a great job making sure that they feel that their need is the #1 priority, and that she's going to get right back to them just as soon as possible. She's very flexible. She adapts easily, and will stop what she's doing to handle whatever comes her way. And she's versatile in that way, and really kind of knows a lot about all the aspects of the operation.
To be responsive, well, I feel like if someone has come to me, that's where it starts, being responsive. I need to have an answer. If I don't have an answer, I need to find the answer, because I feel like that's important. That's part of the responsiveness. You need to act. Proactive is part of it, every bit of it. It's just amazing. We are taking care of moms and dads for everybody. I feel like I was guided here, honestly. I feel like this is part of who I really am. It is just giving back, caring, enriching their lives. I just feel like God made me who I am, and it's very touching to me. It's part of me. I wouldn't know anything different. Serving from the heart is what I've done all my life. It's just a blessing. I mean, it's not just a job.
Lana treats everyone on the campus like they're part of her family. She's been here for over 20 years, and so she's known many of the residents for as long as they've lived here. And she interacts with them like they're her parents. She's responsive to their needs. There was a resident who had had surgery and was in assisted living recovering from surgery. When Lana noticed that something wasn't quite right with the incision, Lana called the doctor's office multiple times to make sure that the doctor was taking it seriously and knew that there was an issue, to the point that Lana told the doctor that she would send the resident to the hospital if the doctor couldn't see her that day, because Lana knew that the issue could, become something very serious. Lana's care absolutely comes from her heart, and you can see that in the way that she speaks to residents, the way that she follows up on their needs. It just comes through in everything that she does, that it's from her heart and it's truly part of who she is as a person.
They're here for us to make their lives better, and I try to do that every day. And if it means doing a little extra something or just giving them an extra ear or time to talk, no matter what level, then I feel like I've done a good day's work. We all are born with our gifts. Mine is caregiving. And every time I do something for them, I think about when I'm going to go through judgment, and I don't want him ever to say, why didn't you take care of this person I put in your path? Because that scares me more than anything. I'm taking care of those residents that I've known for 20 years now. So I feel like part of their family. And we have a trust, they trust me, and I listen to them.
Tony works the evening shift. She is at the front desk for independent living and assisted living. And she is often bombarded with questions, people coming and going. It could be a health-related emergency, as she keeps a calm demeanor. She is quiet, unassuming, kind, professional, respectful, and she is loved by all. Tony is often one of the few staff members in the building, and she has to carry the torch for leadership. She's willing to jump in and help where necessary, but often she has to make decisions. She is responsive to ensure that the right people know when there are concerns brought to her attention, as well as the staff. And the staff get to have that communication from Tony, so they're aware of if there's any type of concern, healthcare needs, after everybody else has gone home.
For me, it's, you got to have a lot of patience, and you got to be calm and understanding, and a great sense of humor, and being available to be there to take care of whatever kind of situation comes up. And all kinds come up, you just never know. They're really nice people, and I just want to do my best. I want to give them the best care ever. They're so good, they're so nice, and they're kind, and a lot of them are so smart and have had really excellent jobs. It's important. I would like everybody to treat me the same way I treat them. I want to treat them kind and be understanding and give them what I can give. I want to give back to how many people have been nice to me. And these people have been really excellent. The residents are amazing. Employees are wonderful. And even visitors come in and are really great too. Their generosity, their kindness, their thoughtfulness, they're just amazing. And it's a gift that I'm able to help them.
Please welcome the winners of the Inspiration Award for Responsiveness, Allison Wilson, Facilities Management, Covenant Living at Windsor Park. Krista Wilkinson, Dining Services, Covenant Living of the Great Lakes. Kelly Williams, Administration, Covenant Living of Bixby. Lana Sisney, Nurse Manager, Covenant Living of Turlock. Tony Entrikin, Receptionist, Covenant Living of Golden Valley. Congratulations, Allison, Kristen, Kelly, Lana, and Tony. Rounding out the 4 service standards is the image category. The Inspiration Award for Image is given to an individual who is inspired to serve and inspires others by providing a clean, professional, and welcoming environment for everyone. Image.
You know, when we look at our residents and Celine's ability to manage our residents and care for our residents and make them feel like they're at home, that's why she's walking away with this award this year. Just her bedside manners are superb. And if you figure you're coming into the care center, you might be on a short-term stay, everything is changing, things are happening very fast. And here you have that person, it's just a calming voice, you know, day after day, hour after hour. And that piece is just their needle in the haystacks, and especially 19 years of service, it goes back to we're doing something right. Celine's smile is very contagious. When you look at that and you're walking in, her presence and how she carries herself, it's just amazing. But her smile lights up a room.
You know, people always told me, smile. When you smile, oh my God, maybe there is something about it. Let me keep on doing it. I'm from Haiti. And then I used to take care of my grandmother by my father's side and my great auntie too. So I said, maybe that's my mission. Let me keep on going. God is my biggest inspiration. Make sure you always do something with passion, compassion. Especially with those patients, they sick, they need you. You are their family when they're here, because they don't see their daughters, their sons, their husband, their wife, you know. You represent them for, you know. Make sure you say it that way.
Jenna is truly a unique individual. She works in a very highly regulated environment in our healthcare center, and you wouldn't tell at meeting her. She comes to work with a smile on her face and just ready to provide the very best service and very best experiences to our residents. She just lifts the team up, and Jenna walks the talk when it comes to our values as an organization. And you see that in her interactions, you see that just in everything she does. She's just a phenomenal example of our mission and lives our values in everything she does. The residents really benefit from her bedside manner and just her focus on individual needs. Jenna does not walk past a resident. If she sees a resident, she acknowledges them. She gets on a knee and sees how they're doing. And she just really focuses on one resident at a time, which I think is very unique and special about somebody in her position. She's just putting the residents first in everything she does.
Covenant Living is a great place to work, and it's a great place for residents to live. And I think we need to continue to provide a great place for both staff and for residents. So being present, providing exceptional care, it really goes with our brand, Covenant Living, and with the Inspired to Serve common purpose. I'm inspired by the different stories that the residents share, hearing that they're positively cared for here in the community, hearing staff member testimonials. We have staff who've been here for 23 years, people who've been here for 2 years, 2 months. And so hearing how they fit in as a team is really inspiring. Oh, I love my job. I like the team that I work alongside and with, and I think I like 8 o'clock every morning when I go into the dining room and get my coffee, and all of the residents say good morning, hello, and it's being present, being with the residents.
Juana has been at the Shores for nearly 18 years. She is highly professional in her work. She embodies everything that we would ask for in a team member. And something that is so amazing about Juana is she comes to the Shores every day via 2 buses that she takes to get here. Doesn't matter the weather, doesn't matter the other factors, but she's here on time every day for 18 years. what she does every day is she promotes the image of Shores in the way that she meticulously cleans our campus and our resident apartments and takes so much pride in it. She is so professional in her work, and everything she does is making our image that much better. Her smile and her attitude, her positivity are just incredible.
Me gusta mi trabajo, me gusta el ambiente, siempre he tenido buenos supervisores y somos muy unidos. En mi país yo soy profesora de primaria y bueno, antes era con los niños, ahora soy con las personas casi de mi edad o un poquito mayores que yo, pero me siento confortable con ellos. Ellos son realmente magníficas personas con nosotros, son muy amigables, siempre nos agradecen por nuestro trabajo, nos hacen reconocimiento, siempre tienen una sonrisa, siempre tienen una palabra muy agradable para nosotros. Mucha responsabilidad con ellos, atenderlos en todo momento que vemos que necesitan ayuda y darles afecto. Ellos me dan afecto y a la vez yo les devuelvo el afecto del mismo modo.
Ofra, first of all, she is a very highly educated, highly intelligent person. She has a background in architecture and creative arts that serve her well in her position in activities in the health center. She does something that is pretty incredible every day up in the health center, and that's providing meaningful activities for our residents and doing them in a way that is just out of the box and uses imagination. She has these really amazing displays that she does and uses her creativity to do those and really enhance the image of our health center. But there's nothing better than seeing residents, certainly in a health center setting, that are actively engaged and doing something that is it's really emotional and impactful for them certainly, but for the onlookers as well. Everybody looks at her as the person that brings the creative juices in that space. It's inspiring, absolutely, and you know, we just are so grateful to have Ofra on this team.
I tend to be a visual person, and I like the environment to be visually enhancing, stimulating, pleasing, aesthetic, all those things. And for me, when you walk into a space, any space, if it's inviting, welcoming, stimulating, enriching, you already feel like you belong, you know, and you want to stay a little longer. I once heard an expression, and it goes like this: they may not remember what you do, but they remember how you made them feel. And so whatever it is you do, starting from setting up the setting, the environment, and breaking it down to the details and make it a memorable experience. I kind of look at life as an hourglass, and you have all these grains of sand. I wake up in the morning and said, okay, my grain of sand today is going to fall by the end of the day. So what will be contained in that grain of sand? So at the end of the day, I know my grain of sand included doing all the things that are on the schedule, and it's rewarding at the end of the day to be, okay, my grain of sand is down below, and it was fulfilling and a good one.
It's the care that she takes with her patients and the care she takes for everything that she does. She stands out when she does that. I gave an example of how she reached out in the community to different resources when she found someone who was experiencing insecure food resources. So she made sure that they had all the resources that they need. So going that extra mile, not just taking care of their body, but making sure that everything is cared for with them, you know, even spiritually. She's very willing to help out in any area that we have. She has cross-trained to multiple business units that we have for her. She personifies that willingness to do whatever it takes to be the employee that can have all that she needs to care for her patients. She has shown nursing has been her love, and it's shown in everything she's done with it, and her patients respond wonderfully.
I think it's important for people to see that Covenant Care at Home is a wonderful place to work at. And as far as a patient goes, if they're able to have home health at home, we want to make sure that we give them that image that we are a reliable company, that there are nurses who are very compassionate, who are willing to help those patients out as much as possible. When I was 11 years old, I took care of my grandmother. She passed away from pancreatic cancer. At 11 years old, seeing somebody to be able to care for somebody, and it just really hit, and it was really engraved at such a young age. I think it's important for patients and families really to feel wholesome and know that there's somebody there willing to share that compassion, or give compassion to the patients, and know that there's somebody there to take care of them with all their medical needs. A lot of our patients sometimes don't have families at home, they live by themselves. And so we're basically that backup. And to be able to offer, that help and that service, to me, is just amazing. I love that patient interaction. I love to know my patients, know where they're coming from, know their background. How can I help them?
Please welcome the winners of the Inspiration Award for Image, Celine Orcel, Nursing Assistant, Covenant Living of Florida. Jenna Butterfield, Healthcare Administrator, Covenant Living of Colorado. Juana Romo, housekeeper, Covenant Living at the Shores. Juana couldn't be here with us this evening, so accepting the award on her behalf is her supervisor, George Lynn. Ofra Levy, Activities Coordinator, Covenant Living at the Shores. Juana Aguilar, nurse, Covenant Care at Home, California. Congratulations, Celine, Jenna, Juana, Ofra, and Juana. The final award category tonight is named for our common purpose, The Inspiration Award for Common Purpose is given to an individual who embodies our common purpose of creating joy and peace of mind for residents, employees, and their families by providing a better way of life. These individuals inspire by being an example for others in all 4 service standards. Common purpose.
Cherish serves our residents primarily in our memory care area as the life enrichment lead. And whenever I walk through, she's usually got a group going or she's speaking one-on-one with someone to engage them. And I just see people's eyes light up when they see Cherish. She just has that vibrant personality that invites people to experience life more fully. As she serves the residents, you can see that she loves it. This is not I'm coming to work and I'm just doing my job. She truly loves these residents and loves being a part of their life and loves giving opportunity for them to live life more fully as well. And she's not only like that with the residents, she's like that with the staff as well. And I don't know that there's anyone that would say that they don't want to work alongside Cherish, because it's infectious. The joy that she sort of exudes just from her very person.
I'm very much a person of gratitude. I'm so grateful. Every day I feel such joy. There's been times when I'm driving home and I get goosebumps, and I'm not joking, I have tears in my eyes because I think, oh my gosh, I've given such joy. But it's in those moments that I feel like this is such a blessing and a gift in my life to hold this position. I remember when I was interviewed approximately 3 years ago, and one of the questions at the end was, tell us something about yourself that we don't already know. And I said that I love people. And so I'm getting goosebumps right now because I feel it on a daily basis that I'm in the right place, they are in the right place, and we all benefit together because of that, the building of relationships. And I've realized that more in just the short time that I've been here, these last 2.5 years, 3 years, that this is something that God has gifted me with. I just feel like we're given a gift, and I feel like maybe this is my purpose.
Ashley has just exceptional service etiquette with our residents, and she's just a tremendous team member. She comes to work every day just with a great focus to serve our residents and to work really well with our team members. She genuinely cares about what she does, and it's evident in everything she does in working with our team members and working with our residents. She will provide direct care to our residents. She will do just whatever it takes to provide the very best experiences to the individuals we serve. The residents just light up when she comes into the room. It's just amazing, just the rapport she established with them as a caregiver. And that rolls over to the team members. The team members know the path she's come to where she's at now as the director of our assisted living, and just has that respect and admiration from everybody she comes into contact with.
I think it's the other side of it, that it fulfills me, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to in the community, in our community, and there's a purpose and a reason why I'm here. So if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I feel like then it's reciprocated in the work that I do, and that everyone is happy. I think it comes from the way that I grew up. My dad had a business and always taught me that there's always a customer, always someone that you need to be able to provide a service to. And that no matter what you do, that you need to be able to relay that in your job. So coming from a small town, I felt like I needed a purpose, and this is my purpose. I love when I can make somebody smile, I can make their day. I really feel like because it's my purpose and what I like to do of being part of healthcare, and especially with all the changes that have happened in the last couple of years, that little bit, if you can just make somebody smile for a day, that's what fulfills me.
Megan Geis has been with us since pretty much day one. She is the most selfless, dedicated, passionate employee that I think we've had. She's absolutely amazing. The care that she gives to our residents is unsurpassed. The time that she puts into this organization is hard to measure. I think she's deserving of this award because of what she means to the residents here at Covenant Living of Keene. They look to Megan every day for top flight service she delivers, the food, the atmosphere that she creates in the dining room. She is so beloved by our residents and our staff. Not only does she help the residents on a regular basis, but she mentors other staff, new young staff that comes in. Just her warmth and her caring and her nurturing is really palpable for residents. They feel it, they experience it on a daily basis. They love coming to the dining room. They love interacting with Megan and her team. And her team exemplifies those skills as well.
Hospitality definitely is a service thing. It's all around our food aspect, with all that we do, providing for our residents, providing for our guests of the residents, all the comings and goings within the health center. We are looking for the little things just to connect with the residents and make them feel like our family. So a big part of my life has been with my grandparents and family, definitely. And I think that carries a lot into what I do here, just the connections that I can make with everybody. We are working in their homes, and that's one thing that you come into work ready to provide the services that we can here. When I leave at the end of the day, it's a good feeling. It's knowing that we've made a difference. The little connections that you can make day to day with these residents, it's really meaningful and different from other jobs that I've done.
Thomas is very enthusiastic about what he does, and he is genuinely concerned about our residents' well-being, and he is very inspiring. He gets people to do things and encourager, motivator, and everybody really just genuinely likes and cares for Thomas too. He does his job more as an opportunity to serve others in all that he does, and does not look at it as work, but an opportunity to build relationships and be that encourager, motivator, and build those relationships with each person that he interacts with, both residents and staff.
It comes naturally to me for some reason. Started back in college as a dietary aide, working at a nursing home. I was just able to connect with the residents and build so many relationships and rapport. So it comes easy to me to step into their home and just provide the exceptional service that they deserve. I really believe this is a place they come to start living. And I want to break the stigma of, this is a place they come to just play bingo, right? This is a place they come to start their living. At the end of the day, I'm a guest into their homes, and the saying is true, right? Respect your elders. So I've always brought up that way, and I want to make this an environment that they can have fun, as well as get a good workout in at the same time, just to really live out their golden years, so to speak. I feel like I've been adopted by 200 grandparents who like to spoil me. So it's been a great pleasure to, be on this ride for the last 4 years.
Janine is so deserving of this Common Purpose Inspiration Award. She just exhibits everything that Inspired to Serve is. From the second anybody walks in the door, she greets them with a smile, and they instantly know that their concerns are going to be addressed, their questions are going to be answered, and they're in good hands. She just goes above and beyond her role. When she's not at her desk, you'll find her cleaning the glass on the fireplaces. She will sweep the lobby. If any debris comes in from the courtyard, she's just here to do anything and everything to make sure that everybody has a great experience at Cromwell. She brings peace of mind to everybody. They know that if they're in any sort of need, Janine will be there for them and will see everything through to resolution. I think everybody looks up to Janine, the way that she is so positive and engaging and willing to do anything and everything for anybody that walks through the doors of our community.
I just enjoy working here. I love talking with the residents. I love helping any way I can. The simplest little thing, if they need me to bring their prescription to them, or just having a bad day and they need somebody to talk to. I just love love the atmosphere. It's like one big family here. Even when I was a little girl, I used to go with my grandfather to drop off my great-grandmother at the senior living. And I just, something about hearing their history and hearing their stories of, you know, their past where they've traveled, and it's just very intriguing. If I was living here, and someday you never know, I would like to be treated with respect and have somebody that cared about me as well, you know, and just as if my mother was here or family was here, I'd like them to be treated with respect and, you know, have somebody got their back.
Please welcome the Inspiration Award winners in the Common Purpose category. Cherish Goldman, Life Enrichment Coordinator, Covenant Living at Windsor Park. Ashley Smart, Director of Assisted Living, Covenant Living of Colorado. Megan Geist, Dining Room Supervisor, Covenant Living of Keene. Janine DeLuca, Receptionist, Covenant Living of Cromwell. And our final recipient, Thomas Mullen, Wellness Coordinator, Covenant Living of Golden Valley. Congratulations to Cherish, Ashley, Megan, Janine, and Thomas.
It only took me 5 times watching to figure it out. So tonight we have been honoring each one of our winners with a blue badge. And that is what I call their forever badge. They will wear that forever. And they will join the other Inspiration Award winners in their communities. In addition, you saw the beautiful glass, whatever it is, heavy, 2 pieces. This is what I say. It's 2 pieces, it's heavy. Okay, got it. So anyway, don't drop it, it's right. And, but in addition to that, each one of our winners will receive 5,000 Cov reward points. So as all of our 24 winners just get settled, I'm going to ask you to come up front. And as you come up, I want you to come up front. Come on, come on. Come on. Now, if you're on the shorter side, I'd like you to join me up here. Come on, the shorter side, join me up here. Come on, don't make me be the only short one. Now, for those of you who already have won in a past class, I'm going to ask you to get ready to get up, but not quite yet. This class, you have a challenge. Because as you go back to your communities, your people, your team, your coworkers are going to ask you, what was it like? Don't get caught off guard. As you go home on Thursday, tomorrow afternoon, think about those highlights of this experience so that when you go home, you've got the perfect 99 flight elevator speech. This is not like a 3-second elevator speech. This is 99 floors, because that's how long it's going to take you. But I want you to think about what has been your experience this week as you've experienced Summit. What have you learned? What is the impact? And how will you continue to live that as you proudly wear your blue badge over your forever years, as I say. Now, I know there's other blue badgers in the crowd, and if you don't voluntarily come up, I'm going to bring you up. So come on, come on, come on. I know you're here. I know you're here. And this is the full class of the people who are here, of all of our Inspiration Award winners from 17, 18, and 20. How come I just all of a sudden like totally lost, like, is it still Wednesday? Yeah, that's good. So anyway, let's just give them a great round of applause, and I really... Well done. I would encourage you that maybe part of your 99-floor elevator speech could tell your teammates that you just got a standing ovation. Yeah. That doesn't happen very often, but congratulations. Are we able to get a picture of this whole crew? Or are the, is that possible? Maybe. Yes, we are. Okay. Edgar's got it. We are all done. No, okay.
Here with you.
Well, it has been just an absolute joy tonight just to celebrate this special event together with all of our winners and as they settle in. It's what a wonderful night. And I just encourage you as we get ready for our next summit, Summit 2024, that you start thinking about who are the people that you can nominate. And what a wonderful class this year. So congratulations to everybody. Adam, it's all yours to wrap her up.
Well, congratulations again to all the winners, and thank you all for showing so much love. And that was really enjoyable with the dining room thing. I like that a lot. yeah, nice. My pleasure. Great. All right. Well, again, thank you guys for being here and showing how important it is to be inspired to serve. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Good night.